In March of 2025, the world was shaken by a groundbreaking discovery, a hidden chamber beneath the Great Pyramid of Giza. For centuries, archaeologists, historians, and conspiracy theorists alike had speculated about the secrets buried deep beneath the ancient stones. But one man, one researcher, believed he had the answers, and he was willing to risk everything to prove it. Dr. Elias Mercer had dedicated his life to uncovering evidence that the pyramids were not merely tombs of the pharaohs, but something far more otherworldly. His obsession had cost him his credibility in the academic world, but now, with his newly discovered chamber, he had one last chance to prove his theory. He gathered a small team, secured limited access, and set off into the depths beneath the pyramid. What they found wasn't proof of aliens building the pyramids. It was something far worse. The descent into the newly discovered passage was treacherous. The air grew colder, drier, as if they were walking into a place untouched by time. Ellis led the way, his flashlight beam cutting through the thick darkness. Behind him, his team, 3 researchers and a cameraman, moved in tense silence. Their footsteps echoed in strange ways, like the chamber was distorting sound. "It's colder than it should be," one of them muttered, rubbing their arms. Ellis ignored it. He was too focused, too driven. He had waited for this moment his entire life. He pressed forward. The air was thick, heavy with something beyond dust and time. The deeper they went, the more strange the silence became, like the stones themselves were holding the secrets of the universe. The chamber walls were smooth, too smooth for tools of the ancient world. Symbols unlike any known hieroglyphs covered the ceilings, shifting under their flashlights, like they were never meant to be seen by human eyes. Then they found the coffins. Not 1, not 2, but 6, lined perfectly in a circle, each crafted with impossible precision, as if been touched by time. The symbols on them weren't Egyptian. They weren't even human. Ellis was sure of it. "This is it," he whispered, voice trembling with a mix of fear and excitement. "This is the proof." But then, something strange happened. The temperature in the chamber dropped, their breath turning to mist before their eyes. A faint hum vibrated through the stone walls, so low it was more felt than heard. Their equipment flickered, cameras, lights, even their watches. And then, a piercing shrill noise, not from one place, but from all around them, bouncing off the ancient stone. "Who opened the door?" With shaking hands, Ellis brushed the dust from the nearest coffin lid. His fingers traced over the cold, polished surface. Then, against every instinct, against every warning carved into the chamber walls, he opened it. The stench of decay filled the air, but it was fresh. And inside wasn't an ancient mummy. It was a man, his skin pale, his mouth frozen in a silent scream, his eyes wide, unseeing, and yet full of terror. The body was no older than a few years, and the uniform? It was from a missing excavation team that had disappeared in 2018. Ellis stumbled back, breath coming in gasps. A shudder from the next coffin, and another. One by one, the lids began to slide open. Shadows twisted inside, boiling like living smoke. The screeching grew louder, turning into distorted voices. Some pleading, some laughing, some screaming. The walls trembled as if the pyramid itself was waking up. Then the lights went out. 2 weeks later, another team arrived to explore the chamber. They found 6 coffins perfectly lined in a circle. The carvings on them were new. The faces inside, familiar. Dr. Elias Mercer and his entire team. Their bodies freshly preserved, their expressions forever frozen in the realization of their mistake. The symbols on the walls had changed. Before they had been warnings, indecipherable messages etched into the stone. Now they were names. Names that hadn't been there before. Names of the lost. Names of the taken. And among them, a fresh carving at the bottom. A name that hadn't been there the day Elias entered. His own. Some mysteries weren't meant to be uncovered. And some doors should never be opened.